Welcome to the final of the women's singles of the 2014 Australian Open. And we have a final here between Feng Tianwei, the world number 5, playing Misaki Morizono from Japan, world ranked 34. So the players out on the court now. Feng Tianwei at the far end of the court in the red shirt. No stranger to finals, no stranger to the big time in world table tennis.
Indeed, Alois. In fact, he's just come back from winning the Philippines Open. So looking to add another title here.
And probably the biggest title for her was the 2010 World Teams Championship, where they beat China in one of the big upsets in world table tennis. And Feng Tianwei played no small part in that final. So she has experienced table tennis at the top, and here another chance to add another notch in her belt.
And 2014 has been a good year for her so far on the Pro Tour. 14-3 her record. And very impressive.
Yeah, and career 55-22 win-loss record in Pro Tour events.
Yeah, since 2012.
So in this year in finals, one win.
Indeed. And so Morizono, it's got the short pimples on the backhand.
Yes, just she's currently 34 in the world, and short pimples on the backhand, plays really well close to the table with the short pimples. Just 22 years of age.
Getting better all the time.
Getting better. So these players have only played once in Pro Tour events and World Championships. So at the World Championships in 2013, Feng Tianwei won 4 games to 2. So certainly no pushover for Feng Tianwei.
Yeah, so that was in the round of 64. Now they're in a final together. So it's going to be a lot of pressure, and we're almost ready to start.
Steve Gillespie announcing the match. Crowd giving support for both players. So immediately Morizono trying to attack with that pimple. Feng Tianwei will try to feel out the backhand, see what she's got, see whether she can play through the backhand and beat her there. So again, long push into the backhand corner. Morizono does pivot quite well and use her forehand well from that backhand corner, and that's what she'll be needing to do. Wow, great serve. Fast, deep, really deep on the table, giving Morizono no time to lift that ball over the net.
That is tremendous table tennis. Backhand to backhand, and then Feng Tianwei changing things up, winning the point.
And that's what we expect from this match. So there will be a lot of the backhand testing each other out there, and then someone will switch direction. So at that time, Morizono switching down to the forehand, but Feng Tianwei equal to the task.
Some support from Morizono, winning her first point of the match.
Again, good attacking return there by Morizono. Starting to accumulate a little bit of pressure on Feng.
And the short return there working for her. It popped up a little bit high, but it was short. Feng Tianwei putting it into the net.
Oh, so Feng just pointing out that that ball, when Morizono threw it up, hit her face, and so that is a fault. It's a point to Feng. Oh, wow.
Wow. Unbelievable for him. That is an odd thing to happen.
That is. It doesn't happen too often, and but Feng was right onto it. She saw that it hit Morizono's face, and she let the umpire know in no uncertain terms.
Just sensational table tennis.
Again, we've during this event we've talked a lot about Feng Tianwei's balance. You know, it never ceases to amaze me how well she can reach the balls on the forehand side when she's balanced on the backhand, moves over, moves back. Great footwork. And good pressure with the serve again. Getting out to an 8-4 lead, and just a little vocalization from Feng. We haven't seen too much of that at this tournament so far. So obviously just a little edgy, and that point meant something to her. Yeah, just a few little nervous twitches from Feng, just see that she's not exactly settled, but big occasion. It's very natural. A great reflex block that time.
And well-directed block as well. So 9-5.
Able to just adjust to those little net chords that came over. So 5 game points here, 10-5 in the first game of this women's singles final. There it is. Well,
Feng Tianwei continuing her dominance of this tournament.
Yeah, she has really looked strong this tournament.
Yeah,
so
she's had quite an easy path. Well, not easy, but she's made it look easy through this tournament. She's only dropping a set twice en route to the final here.
Yeah, so 1 set to Ermakova and 1 set to Abe.
To Abe in the quarterfinals.
In the quarterfinal. The semi-final was 4-0 against Ito, and this is her 3rd Japanese opponent in a row.
Yes. Whereas Morizono's had a bit more tough time of it, cruising through a first round for love, but a 4-2 win over Australia's Vivian Dodurko, followed by a tough battle against Nanthana Komwong, where she won 4-3. That was in the quarterfinal.
Yep, and then the semi-final, 4-1 win against her compatriot Saki Toshiro. So the Japanese will certainly have a good handle on Feng Tianwei and how she's playing in this tournament. They haven't been able to conquer her yet, though.
No, and I'm not sure they're going to, because Feng Tianwei in Pro Tours since 2012 is 44 wins and only 11 losses after winning the first set. Odds-on favourite from here, Alois. So yeah.
So she's really dominating with that serve. She's targeting Morizono's backhand. She's feeling comfortable there. She doesn't feel like Morizono can really hurt her with the backhand. That is what Morizono needs to do.
Yeah. We saw in the semi-final, Morizono was able to use that backhand and then play a really fast backhand and then pivot onto a forehand and use that forehand to win a lot of points.
Yes, and the variation between the pimple on the backhand and the forehand is what she needs to utilise. She needs to play the strong backhand with the pimples and then spin the ball up with the forehand and just try to have that variation. She's not going to beat Feng by just playing the same pace all the time. So Feng really digging that ball in sharply at Morizono's backhand at time. Feng not happy with that serve. She strayed a little bit longer than she wanted to, and it allowed the Morizono forehand to come into action.
And what a good forehand Morizono's is.
Again, Morizono forehand winning the point. So Morizono's definitely using her forehand a little bit more in this game, putting pressure on Feng. Yeah, Feng looks really comfortable when she's playing backhands to her.
Yeah, she never looks rushed. Always looks like she's got time to play that topspin.
Again, that is the balance that she has.
Electing for the long serve into the pimples, and then just going back to her strong backhand topspin.
That time pivoting, just a bit of variation.
Great table tennis.
So Morizono thinking, what can I do next? Oh, the topspin serve was good.
Catching Feng out.
Seen previously, she does have a really good topspin variation of the serve. Yes, when Feng can tie Morizono down on her backhand, she struggles. So Morizono going to the towel. After each 6 points, players are allowed to towel down. Usually just used as a little break time.
Well, there you go. Morizono out positioning Feng Tianwei. Great table tennis.
Yes, Morizono's balance and footwork isn't too shabby either. Slower forehand topspin variation has worked well. Needs to be able to get around and use that forehand more. That time Feng was ready for it. So it's a variation, isn't it, Jeff? It's yeah. So Feng saw the same thing twice in a row and was able to adjust quickly.
Ooh, a little bit of luck there.
Yeah, and just catching the edge as well. So Nice little crucial part of the match here. Morizono trying to even it up. Another good serve. Backspin.
Brings up 2 game points. Saves one of them.
Yeah, it was really good positive backhand into the middle. Morizono has to stay close to the table if she's going to play that backhand. Keep time pressure on Feng. Wow, good topspin serve and followed up with a forehand, evening it back up to 10-all.
Feng Tianwei hasn't liked that topspin variation of that serve. Hasn't played it very aggressively at all.
During this tournament, we've seen that not many players do like that topspin variation.
Brilliant. Backhand followed up by a forehand, and great direction used by Feng Tianwei there in that point. There you have it. That time reading the topspin serve.
And that's the mark of a champion, being able to adjust and to take that second game 12-10. The crucial points is what really counts here in this match. So Feng Tianwei 2-0 against Morizono.
So Morizono close there, but not able to get over the line. What's he got to work on here to take this next game?
Yeah, so some variations with her serve and using that topspin one a little bit, and then I think utilising her forehand topspin when she is fast enough to get around to use it, and not necessarily playing that forehand too fast, playing a little bit of variation, sometimes slow, sometimes fast, keeping Feng Tianwei guessing. So we saw in that game she tried 2 slower forehand topspins in a row. First one successful, second one Feng Tianwei was onto it and able to crunch it away. So variation the key here for Morizono, and of course just keep the pressure on. You know, this is a final.
Yes.
Feng Tianwei at some stage is going to see the finish line. She needs to hang in there, stay close to her, stay tough to keep the pressure on her.
And what about direction? Did you try out Feng Tianwei's middle or wide?
Yeah, the middle seemed to work reasonably well, but you know, the speed has to be just right if you're going into the middle.
Feng Tianwei is getting excited now. I know there's still a long way to go in this final, but she is fired up.
Good sliding backhand ball there, forcing Feng to hit the ball into the net. And the Japanese have really had a good showing in this women's singles event, Jeff.
They certainly have. With 3 out of the 4 semi-finalists, but I'm sure that this final is the one that they'd really want to take home.
So trying to hit that a little bit flat and not getting the height on it.
And they also took out the women's doubles here.
Oh, that's good play. That's what she needs to do. Just use that forehand when she can. That time, the faster forehand. Ball sitting up a little bit higher for her, and she was able to play the faster forehand. So leveling it up at 3-all in this third game. She's been able to hook that forehand out wide a couple of times in this match. And Morizono not quite able to get balanced enough to get there. Good variation on the backhand Feng. And just letting out Chol. She's pleased with herself, giving herself a 2-point lead. Oh, that's fast.
That is really quick.
That was on Feng way too quickly for her. Don't see her caught for time too often.
Wow. Not just the shot, but the direction again. Yeah, down the line.
Yeah, she saw that very early. Was able to take the ball early and gave Morizono no chance on the forehand corner. Yeah, she's got some really nice variations on the backhand there, hasn't she, Feng? She can push it through faster. She can spin the ball a little bit slower. And just that adjustment in the split second can force the error.
Not happy with that push. Yeah, and she never looks rushed with the stroke. I know you keep talking about the balance, but it is incredible that she can just keep playing those top spins.
That time went wide to Morizono's forehand, and Morizono equal to the task. It's a risk when you go out wide, because it does open up the angles for your opponent. So, you know, going out wide means you're really putting the point on the line. That subtle variation in placement that time into the middle, and you see there Morizono encouraging herself to just move around a little bit more, make the forehand from that middle position. Let's open the gate a little bit for Morizono. Just rushing a little bit, a little anxious.
She's had some success with that before, so she's just trying to force that backhand through. narrowly missing.
Yeah, it's just small decisions, small margins. Oh, good play.
And there it's coming off. Came off beautifully.
That was, yeah, she played that beautifully, just sat on top of the table, well, not literally, but very close to it, and punched that ball down the line. So still 2 game points, 10-8. Just a little concerned. She just clipped the top of the net. Doesn't take much, and I think she's called a timeout.
Again, a little unusual. She's been on top, 2-love, but obviously just wants to gather her thoughts.
Yes, she goes over to the coach, just has a little bit of a think about this next point in particular.
And I think she knows that if she goes up 3-0, she's going to be very hard to beat.
Yeah, so thinking about the serve, the coach is focusing a little bit on the serve. And forehand topspin, the backhand hit. Just giving her a few thoughts what to do here. So they're talking a little bit about the return of serve, the short push return of serve. So I think mainly it's just get a little bit of time under the belt, get some perspective for this point. Now their time is up. 1 minute is what they have. And they come back to a very big point. 10-9 for a 3-0 lead for Feng. So let's see what serve she's going to do. I think it'll be the topspin serve. Takes the point, takes the game, and a 3-0 lead for Feng Tianwei.
She can sense the title now, 1 game away from being the 2014 Australian Open champion.
Yes, I'm sure she can, and for Morizono, I think she needs to hang tough here. So Feng back to the corner again, you know, after just 1 point.
Well, as we mentioned, they met in the 2013 World Championships, and there, Morizono was able to take 2 games off Feng Tianwei.
Yeah, so it was a 4-2 result there.
So I think she'd be hoping, you know, to do a little better this time around. She's had some improvement since then, up her ranking. So she'll really be looking to steal a few games here and see if she can get herself back into the match.
Yeah, I wonder at that stage, you know, Feng perhaps maybe wasn't ready for Morizono. Didn't know exactly what she had. She's had that 1 match under her belt, and seen what Morizono has now. It's probably formulated a plan that seems to be working very well at this stage, with a 3-0 lead for Feng Tianwei. 1 game away from the Australian Open Pro Tour title.
Crowd urging both players on.
Oh. Fast and furious start. And that time Morizono getting on top. So that's a nice variation there by Feng. So more topspin on that forehand. It was deeper. And Morizono there just telling herself to get over that ball. Again, forehand to Feng Tianwei. Ball just sliding a little bit off the pimples. Morizono didn't quite get the contact she wanted. And a forehand flick wide, opening up 3-1 lead.
Morizono caught completely by surprise there, unable to get out wide to the forehand. Very good return of serve by Feng Tianwei.
Oh, good ball into the middle. And the Japanese coach stands up. I think there will be a timeout called.
And this one, I think, is a good one. Definitely in trouble now. 3-0 down, 4-1 down. May as well go and have a bit of a discussion with the coach, see if they can work out something.
Yes, so the timeout decision is an interesting one. You know, often the Chinese players in particular will call it in one of the early games of the match when it is close. You know, if it's 10-8, 10-9, and they feel like they can get an advantage, that's when they call it. I think sometimes we leave the timeout too late. Is this too late? 3-0, 4-1 down. Is there any chance? Of course there's a chance. But is it too late for Morizono? We're going to see.
Yes. But did you have a chance earlier where you thought you could have used the timeout to good effect?
In this match, probably not.
Yes.
Because she's been steamrolled a bit. But yes, at 3-0 and 4-1 probably is time to call it.
So it's really a last stand here. Well, maybe that's what the coach said. Aim for the net.
Maybe.
Go for nets and edges.
Oh, good, sharp, fast serve.
Oh, and a big suck after winning that point. She's not giving up.
Well, there we go. So playing that tactic twice in a row didn't work. Feng Tianwei is way too smart to fall for these tricks twice.
Oh, great counter topspin.
Good serve and good topspin there.
So Feng Tianwei again going through a 3-point routine.
Yeah, she's got to be seeing that finish line fairly soon, doesn't she? Yes, I think she's seen it, and I think she's powering to it.
Yes, running back to collect that ball. Good use of the forehand by Morizono.
So a player like Feng Tianwei, you know, she's been world teams champion. Does she still get nervous in this situation? Is this still a big enough occasion for her to spark the nerves?
Doesn't appear so.
But I think there's always that little element.
I think you're right.
With competitive people, with competitive players, you know, they want to win.
Yes.
And this is a title. This is a Pro Tour title on the line, and she knows that she is within reach. Good topspin serve, 9-4. Morizono.
But what a professional. She hasn't missed a beat here.
That's just quality table tennis, isn't it? Just quality play, always in position, always playing an effective topspin on both sides, and 6 match and title points. there it is. Feng Tianwei, the GAC Group 2014 ITTF World Tour Challenge Series Australian Open Women's Singles Champion.
What an effort, Alois.
Yeah, she was way on top here today, and she came out to play. She knew that Morizono had troubled her in their earlier encounter, and she knew exactly what she was going to do. She attacked the backhand, she stayed close to the table, she kept the pressure on Morizono for that whole match and didn't let Morizono in to even look at the title.
It's hard to find a weakness with her game. She's got a good serve, she's got unbelievable backhand, never gets rushed, her forehand is consistent. She doesn't hit just outright winners as some of the other powerful players, but she still hits it fast and consistent. It's very rare to see her miss a ball.
Yeah, she's an absolute machine of a player, and that is why she's world number 5, and she's been in the top 10 for so many years. So Feng Tianwei, congratulations on winning the Australian Open Women's Singles title.